I think then kind of segueing now into talking about partnerships, one of the things that we try and consider at Doc as well is like, are we making progress? I think obviously every kind of young business or any business full stop should be looking at that. And so we're trying to figure out how's our adoption moving along this year. We talk a lot about these different partners we're working with, but how is it changing over time? So we had a quick look at from February to June, so that 5 month stretch, and then we looked at the 5 months from July to the end of November, because obviously we're still going through December. And interestingly, what we saw was something like a 250% growth in the trials that we offer. So, of course, Doc are offering trials, like free trials on our testnet or some free transactions on our mainnet to figure out like how would they use Doc, what's it like to use, what do I get, and the number of those trials going up by that amount is really, really encouraging. And in terms of kind of real numbers, it went from something like 1,100 signups across, we think about 200 organizations. There could be multiple signups from one, but we'll just assume for the sake of this discussion that there was one per organization. 200 organizations involved. And then for the 5 months after that, it changed to 1,500 signups across almost 500 trials. So big changes there. And hopefully we'll continue to see that growth moving forward, which is really exciting. In terms of community growth, we're starting to see that across some of the different channels that we have. So a big thing for us this year was, as you know, moving into Discord a lot more. And this is for some technical inquiries that seem to come in there. But again, Mike, you talked at the start about the different audiences that we have, and probably more of the crypto audience would they appreciate Discord and using that, and having questions and enabling us to interact with them a lot more. And I think Discord enables a much kind of nicer, longer form way of communicating. Some of the other channels, whilst great for maybe broadcasting messages, are not quite so rich in terms of that two-way feedback. So things like Twitter, Telegram, and things where it's really difficult to get into a kind of meaningful discussion. So I think a big thing for us was Discord this year, and we've put a lot of time and effort into that. And I think opening up to the Turkish community a lot more as well. So we saw that we had quite a large following there. It's a country that, for various kind of economic reasons, probably have embraced crypto more than many, and so it made sense to try and embrace that language, and started to move a lot of our materials into Turkish, and kind of employed some of the team from there as well, which has been interesting. And I think the big thing that we would probably say this year is we're still building for the long term. And I think that in a difficult year, which I think you could probably say 2022 was, from the economy of the crypto economy, it's been difficult. Everyone calls it a crypto winter. But I think what you see out of these times is the long-term projects, the ones that are thinking and really caring more about what they're building, they're the ones that keep going and keep innovating. And the ones that were maybe in it for the quick hit or the short term, they tend to fade away and disappear. So Doc is still here. We're stronger than ever. And but it's certainly been an interesting year from that perspective.